right, everyone, welcome to another exciting installment of our adventure of Cantrips and Cocktails. I am Brandon, the host, I guess, and Dungeon Master and user of many voices on this podcast. Last episode, we forgot to introduce ourselves, but fuck it, this is for fun. This is my response. This is for fun, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, I said my name, so let's go ahead and have the players introduce themselves, starting to my left.
Hi, I'm Ben. Yeah, I'm Ben. I play Kane. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
Good one. Real professional in here tonight.
If you need a hick voice, I got you.
I'm Landon, and I play Salty.
And I'm Colin, and I play Varus.
Yes. So I have again prepared our drink for this session. This is called a grind old fashioned. It is actually a recipe that you can find on the back of the grind coffee liqueur bottles. And I tried it one time. I thought it was pretty interesting. So what it is 1 part bourbon, 1 part grind coffee liqueur. You could really probably use any coffee liqueur, but grind is the most, I think. Grind is great. And then it is a dash or two based on your preference of aromatic bitters. That's all that goes into it. I think it's actually pretty good. It's a nice thing to sip on, and I enjoy making it for myself, whenever I'm just working around. So once again, cheers, fellas, and let us hope that our dice rolls are plentiful.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's sweeter than I was expecting that to be.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's some sweetness to it. So, definitely not something you want to have all the time, but it's kind of a nice mix-up.
Oh, you know what that reminds me of? Like a chocolate-covered like espresso bean that you can go buy and munch on. Yeah. That's almost exactly what that is. I like that.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's our drink of the session. If you guys have anything you want us to try, hit us up on social media. Let us know what you want us to try. We are by no means professional, so our reviews are like, oh, that's pretty good. But we do like trying a lot of new drinks. I'll pretty much drink anything Colin puts in my hand. So, yeah. Anyways, you guys want to fight some like dragons and like fuck up some dungeons?
I mean,
One of these things.
all right, guys, it's been fun. I'm gonna head out.
This just became a different kind of D&D podcast.
It got weird.
Last time we pretended to be other people. You guys started out on your journey, and you traveled your first 18 days toward the supposed location of this ancient monastery to the Platinum Dragon Bahamut. Along the way, some interesting things happened. You guys, one of my personal favorite things is that Kane tripped over a rock.
I'm glad that's your favorite.
That was great. You guys snuck past a hill giant. You ran into a random cow just in the middle of the road. A solar eclipse occurred overhead of you guys, bestowing upon you resistance to all non-magical damage for 7 days, which I believe now you guys have 4 days left on that. We'll just say 4, and if I'm wrong, whatever.
Oh, no, I've got it marked down.
Oh, yeah, you got it marked. Okay.
Yep.
So you guys have 4 days left on that. And then at the very end of our session, you guys were stopped by a group of bandits calling themselves the Free Riders, to which you guys handled the situation and let them know that you weren't going to be bullied into giving over your goods. However, it did result in Kane with extreme prejudice, killing one of the members that happened to be the leader of the group's cousin. And that leader, his name's Dave, has now sworn vengeance upon you all. So that'll be a fun plot thread that might come around again later in a future episode. We'll see what happens with that. Tune in, see what happens with the Free Riders in future episodes of Cantrips and Cocktails. But it is now the morning of the 19th day of your all's journey. As you all remember, I roll a d6, and I have my own reference table. Based on that, it's either a day of no complications of travel here within the Silver Slope Mountains, or you guys are required to roll me a d20 and I reference a table and something random happens. So do you guys want to do anything, say anything as you guys start this 19th day of travel?
Here's hoping for a day that we don't have to kill anyone.
All I know is Bahamut kind of put a little extra oomph in my axe. I was not prepared for that.
Well, maybe they are terrible people.
I mean, that's what Bahamut does. Judges the wicked.
I hope you're right.
So this would be the next day.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Celti will do augury because she's like a little.
Okay.
She wants to know if that kind of messed up.
It tells you something that's happening in the next 30 minutes.
So yeah, it was. Next 30 minutes.
Okay.
And it's wheel, wheel, and woe, or nothing.
Okay.
But it was the.
Yeah, it's where you use the coins with the different phases of the sun and moon and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the thing that you're seeking? Oh, and you guys can give yourselves a long rest if you haven't yet.
Yeah. So it's the thing I think it's just the course of action, right? Like I guess it's a specific course.
Yeah, it's a specific course of action.
Just continuing on without like as normal, like in our proceeding in our normal plan of action, as opposed to changing it for taking into account Dave.
Okay. So
if that makes sense. Probably not. I'll just say like staying on the
current path.
The current path. Yeah.
Okay.
Like if we should do that. So.
Okay, you throw the coins. What comes back to you is nothing.
Okay.
The response is nothing, so results aren't especially good or bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Cool.
That being said, as you all start out, Dodrin is once again driving the wagon that the professor is in. And I'm assuming, Celti, I'm assuming this whole trip you've just been riding shotgun to Dodrin every day?
Yeah, unless like someone
moving
wants
around a bit.
Yeah, if someone wants to switch out driving or something, she's been pretty...
everyone's kind of taking shifts.
Yeah,
and
she's comfortable behind the reins.
Yeah.
I imagine I've been slowly trying to learn.
That said, okay, that's good to know. That said, last session, who was the last one to roll for the encounter? I believe it was Celti.
I believe that's correct.
Okay, so Kane, I'm going to have you roll first. I did roll for you guys to have an encounter today.
9.
Not too long after you all start out, maybe an hour or two of travel under your belt for the day, you come around a bend over along this path you're taking in a valley, and before all of you, you see a log that's fallen, but you see under it a dragonborn pinned, their arm reaching out towards you.
Oh shit.
They're not saying anything. You see their eyes are wide. They're looking at you, and their arms just holding out toward you.
I immediately jump off the cart, go running over, and just try to lift the log off.
Okay, make a strength check for me.
Just straight strength.
Make it athletics.
All right.
I'll get up after him and kind of like start
going over,
and if he needs help after the.
What was it?
23.
Yeah,
23.
Well.
It began. You shifted up, but it's not enough. It doesn't seem, from the angle that you are, and you're looking kind of over at your side where this dragonborn has been. It doesn't like you're lifting it enough to get it off of the dragonborn.
All right, I'll start helping.
Okay.
I want to do a quick scan around though.
Okay. As you're walking over, make a perception check. Varus, you want to do anything, or you just want to?
11 on the perception.
Nothing. No other trees seem to have fallen. You don't see anything else. No, even animals really right now. It's just, it's a clear area.
So I'll start to help. I'm assuming let Varus do his thing, I guess.
Well, I was gonna say
I imagine most days I'm probably like watching, but you're probably driving, so you just jumped off a moving cart. So I'm gonna stop the cart.
Okay, good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
I'll kind of like, Dojin, can you? I assume you're good to watch the carts. I'm gonna.
Oh, certainly. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, go help them.
Yeah, God, I'm gonna go over. I'm not strong, guys.
And go ahead and are you gonna help? Kane, you can either make the check again with advantage, or you can both make a check, and that will for lifting it. Celti and Varus.
I'll let you make that choice because
I can go with advantage.
Okay.
Unless
it's probably the smart.
Okay, go ahead and roll another athletics check with advantage.
And then, is it possible before I do this extra lift, I could, in Dragon or in Draconic, ask the Dragonborn if there's is there any other danger?
The Dragonborn just looks at you eyes wide, doesn't say anything, just is looking at you wide eyed.
That's unnerving. Okay. That'd be a 23.
23 again.
19.
Okay. Yeah, you're still not getting quite enough leverage.
Wow.
What? It's a huge tree. It's a big tree.
Okay.
Should we try to tie it to the cart? See if the horses can help pull it off.
I can also try to find a spot and chop it off to lower the weight of it.
Split it into
two. Do I see any like boulders or anything around that we could like use as a fulcrum or something like that?
Yeah, there's some boulders in there.
Or even like a smaller tree that we can like stick on.
Oh yeah, you can definitely do that. Yeah,
okay, I'll get like a log or something
Yeah.
leverage to where you can start chopping or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Like just to keep the pressure off of the dragon.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
And I'll talk to the Dragonborn and just be like, it's going to be all right. We'll get you out. In Draconic.
Okay, yeah, because you can speak Draconic.
I forgot you know Draconic.
Does he look, or he or she, do they look like they're hurt?
It's a he. It's hard to tell you assume that there's some kind of damage under the tree. The part that's out of the tree doesn't look like scraped or bumped or anything like that, but apart from the tree being on them.
I would ask, like, are you hurt?
Just wide-eyed stare at you. Kane, go ahead and just make me 2 athletics checks. That's going to be you hacking at the tree that's fallen on the Dragonborn.
12 and 16.
Okay. Over the course of about 10 minutes, you're able to cut the tree down enough to where you guys can then kind of like roll it off of the Dragonborn. In that time, though. Oh, sorry. In that time, Varsa, you wanted to do something?
I'm going to go ahead and give him one of my Balm of the Summer Court die.
And I'm assuming when I said it's going to be okay, it is still the same, like
just wide-eyed stare. Yeah.
It's just 1d6.
Can I make an insight check when that happens, or is it like during the 10 minutes that he's...
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see, like, this right. Doesn't... Mm-hmm. Insight. That's a 23.
Something's off, for sure. And as the tree finally snaps, you realize what it is. There is no noise coming from the Dragonborn, not even breath sounds or anything. No movement of him like moving up against the tree or the grass underneath him.
Just sounds.
No sound.
But he's breathing though.
No.
Right? He's not. He's just.
His chest is moving. There's no breath sounds.
Right, but like he's moving and he's like looking, like he's not frozen.
No.
Okay, he's.
And at this point, the tree does break, and the Dragonborn stands up, looks at 3 of you, smile, and you guys see just fades away, disappears.
What was that?
Celti wants to move away from that spot very, 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 very quickly.
Okay.
Like back towards the wagons, and we should go.
I follow suit, but as I'm going, I say a quick little prayer to Bahamut, just saying, Another one has joined your ranks. I think.
I hope.
Maybe.
Is anyone proficient in Arcana?
Maybe?
That's a negatory morning glory. No.
Oh, God. I have to find my... Nope.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Mystery. Is Dojin?
He is indeed. Let's see.
But did he see any of this? He
Oh, yeah, he was watching.
Okay.
Yeah. And he definitely saw the Dragonborn just fade away.
Because it stood up and then just like
Smiled at us
smiled
and
and
gone.
like,
smiled and just like faded away, standing right in front of you. Dodrin goes, that was an illusion. Like, a really good illusion.
we should go. Or should we turn around?
And Dodrin looks down and he goes, I mean, either someone in the area cast it or I don't know. I've heard of this. It's happened to me a few times where just aberrant magic takes hold in the world, but I've never seen it take form of an actual being before. Normally it's like, some sparkles or lights or, strange occurrences. I've never seen it take form of an illusion.
Are we being watched?
Is there a tree line around?
Not really a tree line. You guys are like more, you guys are in trees in a bit of a valley.
So I guess my question would be more like, if there's a good hiding, if I was to look for a hiding spot right around here.
Okay, roll a perception check.
That's a 22.
Ooh, these rolls are wild.
There's really nothing. I mean, the mountains are about a mile off in either direction. Like, it's a pretty wide valley. Nothing in the immediate area. Nothing where you think, like, someone casting magic could be and have a good angle to put an illusion here in front of you. Unless they were an incredibly powerful mage.
Okay, can I take the spot where the tree was, like, falling on the illusion and cast fairy fire?
Sure.
Okay, just to see if there's anything invisible.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Yeah, just some of your fairy fire and that like hue of sunset with purples and oranges just dances in the area about 20 feet around, but doesn't tag onto anything invisible.
Is that common? Has that ever happened to you before?
I'm assuming that's a no, that is not something common.
No, has never happened to you before, Kane.
No, this is new. And as I'm saying this and grabbing the reins, I'm pulling out one of my javelins just to be ready to defend on the move. This is not right.
Well,
Not right at all.
I'll, like, towards Dodrin. Is this something the professor would be interested in studying?
If it happens again, maybe we can mention it. He's set on us getting to the monastery quickly. I'd hate for us to delay any longer. I mean, if we get to the monastery and there's a bunch of illusions around, maybe we're like, so we kind of had a hint of this, but he has a lot riding on this, and he really just wants to get to the temple.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right.
Might change my spells now for the next day.
Nothing else happens for the rest of your 19th day of travel. You guys bed down, wake up the next morning. It is day 20. You guys travel day 20. As you guys are getting bedding down on the 20th day of your travel here toward the monastery, First of Fellows joins you all, and he stays a little longer at the campfire that evening, and he says, "Gentlemen, I believe that tomorrow evening we will arrive in the vicinity of where the monastery should be. Now, I have no idea if the temple stands above ground, below it, in the mountainside. I don't know what we'll come across. If it'll just be a few piles of old construction stone. But whatever it is tomorrow, we'll be near it. I'm sure of it. So rest well tonight, for tomorrow we just may make the discovery of our lifetimes." And then he'll go into his wagon.
Professor?
He stops on his steps. He's going up. He goes, "Yes, what is it, Varus?"
Just as a point of preparation for the day.
Certainly.
If we are to struggle to find the entrance, as it were, do you know of any specifics that may be unique to this place, something I could use to perhaps aid myself in discerning a direction, a unique flora, fauna.
The entryway was said to be, at least in my research, I believe the entryway to be a massive door of some sort with incredibly innate carvings of vines and dragons upon it. And in the center of it all was, embossed etching of the Bahamut Platinum Dragon himself on the center of the doors. Beyond that, I don't know what else could stand out, but we'll take time. We can maybe perhaps try and familiarize ourselves with the region tomorrow or the next day when we arrive, and certainly Dodrin is available for you to help, and we'll just see what we see when we get there.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
So, day 21.
By the way, I'd like to, just ever since we interacted with the bandits, I'd like to spend like the first hour as everyone else goes to sleep, just to like keep a general watch, but then still go to sleep.
Okay.
Just like to see if anything pops up.
Yeah. Nothing has happened any night. Okay, day 21. And I need Varus to roll a final encounter
Oh boy.
as you guys near the region that the professor believes the temple is located.
20.
Okay. 1 second.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Celty, roll me a D100.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Fancy.
We're gonna go split 2 different dice sets. That's a 61.
Okay, the professor is very much interested in what he has going on in his wagon today. So he's just locked himself in there. He didn't even come out for breakfast this morning. As you all make your trek on, a few hours pass, a few more.
Okay.
Everyone, go ahead and just roll me a perception check.
Oh, balls.
Just for fun.
See what happens.
Everything's fine.
No big deal.
Everything's fine.
Do I keep that? How did that even happen?
Ooh.
What?
It landed here and just rolled across the top.
Sure, keep it, because it was cool.
Yeah. Unnatural 20.
Okay.
10.
15.
Okay.
I don't know. You're perceptive today, Kane. You're on edge.
Getting into late morning. Mm-hmm. Up in the sky above you. Circling you guys, you've noticed for about an hour, 2 large winged birds.
Okay.
At least they look like birds. Well, they're a little maybe big to be just birds. Another 30 minutes pass. They're lower. They're not birds.
At this point, I'm definitely pointing them out to the others.
Okay. You all see these quadruped flying things. They look like an eagle, but then has 4 legs, almost like a horse. Anyone who wants to can make me a nature check.
Yes, please.
No. Sorry.
Me and my -1. Ooh, I rolled an 18 again, so 17.
Hey, same, but I get +1 for a 19.
And I'm not gonna roll.
What was yours? Kane?
17.
17. Okay. You both recognize, although you may have never encountered them before, these are hippogriffs. And they have, you think, spied you all as their next meal.
Oh, no.
So what I'm going to say is you guys, at this point, they are approaching. You guys can take a few moments to prepare yourselves. I'll give you guys that time because they've been overhead. They didn't think you guys noticed them. But they are, you can tell that they are coming in for a strike. They've kind of now banked up high above, and they're beginning to do this like plummet, like they're about to do a dive at you guys.
I'm readying a javelin to throw as soon as they get within 30 feet.
Okay.
And also saying, brace yourselves.
How close together are they?
About probably 10, 15 feet apart from each other.
I'm gonna let Varus go first.
I'm looking at my stuff. I didn't prepare a lot of damaging. I didn't even think about this.
If
Okay. So they're swooping down directly at us.
Yeah.
Do the favorite one. They're too far away to see if they're
Too far away to
targeting.
tell, yeah. They're still probably at this point probably 100 feet away, so it's hard to tell which one is who they're targeting.
Okay. From the technicalities of it,
Yeah.
based on, I'll prepare to prepare because I think technically like the 6 seconds and whatever.
Yeah.
I want to prepare Thunder Wave
Okay.
if like for them swooping in once they're within range.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
Effectively.
cool. All right, noted.
So Celti's gonna like rummage in her like components pouch a bit, and as soon as Kane and Varus do whatever her trigger is going to be to wait until they're done doing like
Okay.
and she's gonna like hold some sand in her hand, and as soon as they resolve theirs, she's gonna cast sleep on the hippogriffs.
Okay. All right. So I will say that. So this is how it's going to work mechanically. So you're holding an attack when they're in 30 feet. Mm-hmm. So what's happening is, Varus, you're holding Thunderwave. That's going to be your reaction in the first round of combat. Okay. So if you roll before them, and they have like if you're ahead of them in the combat order, when it gets to be your turn, you can either release a Thunderwave that you're preparing, or you lose that spell slot. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Same goes for you. If he hasn't released his yet, when your comes around, whatever spell you're going to cast, you would lose. So you guys are readying those reactions.
Gotcha.
For that, because if the conditions aren't met, you're going to lose it. I'm just
Yeah.
telling you mechanical. Okay.
That makes sense.
So, but as they're coming in, I do need all of you guys to roll for initiative. Yep. And yours is also you're like holding like it'll be your reaction. But same kind of thing. Yours is just a javelin throw, so you wouldn't lose a spell.
By the way, would it be too late to say that I'd also like to start raging?
Yeah, I would say you can do one or the other.
Okay, gotcha.
Then since I'm holding to wait for them, can I hold my initiative until they go?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can absolutely hold your initiative.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Kane, what'd you roll for initiative?
19.
Nice boy. Varus.
Also 19.
Oh my gosh, guys.
14 on me.
So I think the lowest I've rolled this session has been a 15.
This is kind of funny, actually. Okay. Okay, so entering combat now. Kane, you're first. They're now, at the time that I'm saying combat is initiated, they're 40 feet away. So that they're at 40 feet from you guys. That's when this is beginning.
Okay. Bonus action rage.
Okay.
Action continue to hold
Hold. Okay.
javelin for whenever they get the next 10 feet.
All right, Varus.
Yeah.
Still just holding Thunderwave?
Yeah.
Still? Okay.
I'm
not going to have it lose it and then you have to up again. It's just... Okay. If you had changed your mind about what you were doing, then I was going to have you lose the spell slot. But if you're still just holding Thunderwave, that's fine.
Just focusing on it.
Celty?
Hold the line.
Same thing. Okay, so you guys are still just maintaining where you're at. Okay, that's fine. It's fine.
Yep.
It kind of worked out that way. I didn't know what the hippogriffs were going to roll. They
sure.
rolled kind of shitty. Okay, so one of the hippogriffs pulls out and edges slightly closer ahead of the other one. So it hits that 30-foot range. Kane, you can throw your javelin at him. Or it. We'll say this one's a he and the other one's a she.
21 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
This grind old fashioned is really, really good.
It's really good.
I may have already finished mine.
Yeah, it's good.
If it's a he and a she, it's a mating pair. Are we going to give a tragic backstory to everything?
Hippogriff babies later.
You killed my parents!
Dave comes in
Every
riding a
enemy in this
hippogriff
campaign is just people related to other people you killed.
Okay, so for the javelin, that'd be 7 points of piercing, and then I double check.
What is it to hit? Oh, you already said.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I blacked out there for a second. Okay.
7 points of piercing, and then I checked Divine Fury. It doesn't have to be melee.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and roll another d6.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh. That's another 3 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you hit it, and you guys hear the hippogriff like let out this like shriek, but it's still flying intently. It actually banks and change. It was actually going toward Dodrin, but now that Kane hit it, it's going to bank, and it's now going to like swoop down toward the wagon that you Kane and Varus are on. So when it's right in that range now, Varus, you get to release your Thunder Wave. Yeah.
DC 13 con save.
Which, by the way, quick point of order for everyone, just a reminder, we still have resistance to non-magical damage.
Yeah.
How many more days of that? Like one more day.
One more day.
Yeah. But that is a 10, so it fails.
Nice.
Yes!
So that's 2d8 thunder damage. Oh, it's kind of sad rolls. Just 6.
6, and then it's pushed, right?
Yes, it is pushed, I believe. 10 feet.
Okay, yeah, so you guys see this thunder wave just out from Varus, and you guys see the hippogriff gets pushed back, almost like tumbles backwards in the air and catches itself, and you can see it's a little thrown, and it's hurt pretty bad. Okay.
Yeah, so sleep. Are they within 20 feet, or with that thunder wave, they probably got separated, I'm
They're
assuming?
30 feet apart from each other, because the other hippogriff is still 40 feet back.
Yeah.
Because it's still swooping in. This one edged out.
Gotcha.
So you can hit this hippogriff.
I'm assuming they're both within 90 feet of me, right?
Yes, they both are within 90 feet, yes.
Let's do this first hippogriff, like the hurt hippogriff.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do first level.
What do you roll on it? How many dice?
It's a 5d8.
You don't need to roll.
Okay.
Because even if you rolled all ones, it would still take effect.
Okay.
So,
gotcha.
yeah.
So
It's
how
real bad.
high up is it?
it's about 15 feet off the ground.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was gonna take fall damage or not.
No, it will.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
10 feet.
Yeah.
All right.
There's technically
So, yeah.
a chance.
It falls asleep. It falls.
Did it just die?
Did I just? It's a bird that hit a window and died.
It falls asleep and it falls, but the way it falls, you hear this sickening crunch as its skull impacts the ground first, and you hear the other hippogriff just and just dives in, and this one saw Celti do a hand signal, and this one's gonna bank and come hard at Celti.
I deserve that. I just killed your husband. Was it the husband or the wife that we
You killed the husband, so this is the female.
I deserve that.
It's gonna come in and it is going to.
Well, even whenever we're trying to be peaceful, we kill the thing.
I mean, they're monsters. Let's all get off our high horses here for a second. It's gonna come in and it's gonna try and beak you and then claw you.
Ooh.
Spooky.
Bring it on.
Okay. So
It's the Cusco like walk.
So here it's diving in with its beak. That will be a 17 to hit.
Yep, hits.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna see if the claw hits first, and I'll tell you what the damage is. So this is the claw. 15 to hit on the claw.
Nope.
Okay. So for the beak, you take
16 is my armor class.
You have a higher AC than me? Oh, God.
I have heavy armor.
Oh, that's true.
I hope I have it.
you take 11 piercing damage from the beak.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
Half that, though, because of resistance.
Yeah.
They're not magical, right?
Yeah, these are all the beak and claw are non-magical. So yeah, 6.
Okay. Cool. Thank you for the row.
I'm going to be the reminder guy on that one since I've got my underlined tally marks.
Okay, that was its turn. It is now Dodrin's up. Dodrin's right next to you and it sees it coming in, and Dodrin freaks out, and he is going to cast his Chaos Bolt at 2nd level.
Ooh.
And so let me see what this does.
Point of order.
Yeah.
Would that hippogriff, the second hippogriff, flown through the sphere? Because it lasts for a minute.
The sleep lasts for a minute. Does the effect taking hold last for a minute?
It just says duration 1 minute.
So it stays asleep for a minute.
Okay.
Is what it is. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Dodrin, you guys see that rainbow color thing? Okay, yeah, Dodrin hits. Oh God. Okay, that will be okay. So you guys see it turns into this kind of like sickly yellowish color, and it hits the hippogriff with acid damage, and it hits it with 8. It's just 8 points of. That was a really low roll, but 8 points of acid damage. Ooh. I mean, it's not nothing, but it was pretty low roll for a 2nd level Chaos Bolt. And then Dotrin is going to jump down from the wagon and start running away. to get distance. He does not like being in melee.
That's fair.
But the hippogriff will take an attack of opportunity.
Now I'm just picturing Jurassic Park, the girl sitting in the car, just going, "He left us."
It will take an attack of opportunity with its claws. And that will definitely hit him.
Oh no.
I'm so eager now.
Yeah. Sorry, this is like me just like playing D&D with myself right now. I'm so sorry.
It happens.
And Dodrin suffers 8 points of slashing damage, and he's still up, but you guys see that he kind of like he tumbles and he's holding his back where it scraped across his back.
So they just went tit for tat on that one.
Back to the top of the second round. Kane, you're up.
I'm gonna just stand up, run, and jump from cart to cart to go hit the griffin with my axe.
Okay, make an athletics check for your jump.
Uh-oh.
They are about 10 feet apart from each other, the wagons.
23.
Okay, yeah, you land on the other wagon just fine. You are jumping from open wagon to the covered wagon, so are you jumping onto the roof of the covered wagon or onto the, like, driver's seat?
The seat that Dodrin just evacuated.
Okay, all right, then you can, they're fine.
And then great axe.
Okay.
Math. 14?
That hits.
Oh, yay. Good. Okay.
I mean, it's a big bird horse.
I don't know anything, man. Okay, so that'd be 12 points of slashing damage plus another 5 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, you just gut it.
Woo!
That hippogriff just falls to the ground. It twitches for a second, and then it just kind of goes still next to its partner.
Are those worth saving? I mean, I've read a little bit about them, but
Have you
truly
ever
I'm not
cooked
familiar.
a big chicken?
I've cooked a chicken.
Then now you get to learn on a big chicken.
A hippogriff.
Chicken horse.
Chicken horse.
It's a bird meets a horse.
So kind of like a chicken and a deer.
So I guess based on what part of it you eat, it could taste like chicken or it could taste like horse.
So you mean the two things horse, deer.
Either way, it's gonna be gamey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I leave it up to you whether we save these or not. Truly, I am unfamiliar.
At this point, Fellows comes out and he goes, "Why did we stop? Oh my, what? All right, well, you took care of him.
We took care of it.
All right, let's push on."
Is Dodrin okay? I say this before fellas can jump back inside the...
Dodrin lifts back. He goes, "I'm good. He just got me real good." And Fellows goes, "Dodrin, are you sure you can keep going?" Dodrin's like, "Yeah, first I can." He goes, "All right, well, buck up, man." And he kind of gives Dodrin a slap on the back, and Dodrin goes, "Oh," and he goes, "Oh, sorry." And
Fellows, would any components be of use out of these hippogriffs?
no, man, we're here to find buried treasure and ancient artifacts.
Did you just call me man?
I mean, okay, person.
Thank you. Yeah, Salty's. Yeah, she was contemplating like harvesting, but I don't think she'll harvest any of the hippogriffs.
Okay.
I'm tossing one in the back of the equipment trailer, and then I've got...
Well, if we're tossing one, we might as well toss both of them.
Well, the second one, I have a plan if you guys are okay with it.
I don't know what this plan is, so sure.
It's just goofy.
Is it respectful?
Oh, God, no.
Let's see. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, after Fellows goes back inside of his wagon, I'd like to take the other hippogriff with the help of one of you guys, load it over the top, and dangle it to where the head of the hippogriff is right in front of the door, so the next time he swings it open, it'll be the first thing he sees, like, inches from his face.
I'll get some rope.
So, like the water bucket prank, but instead it's a hippogriff face.
Okay. Yeah, make an intelligence check to see if you can rig it up there.
Oh, that's mean.
What else would the check be?
I
Right?
don't know.
A knot tying check? I don't know.
So, just as a point of order,
Yeah.
The average weight of a horse is over 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I was expecting a strength check, not an intelligence check, which is a solid 8.
Yeah, you don't even get it. Like you have you have no way of figuring out how to get this thing up there, let alone like securing it to the wagon.
What if it's just the head?
Oh my gosh.
Dodrin stops you.
I probably would.
I was about to say, I was just thinking how far I could
And Dodrin just says like,
too.
Kane, I get that you're into practical jokes, but I mean, come on, man. Like, let the dead stay dead.
I'm just gonna take the wing and like fold it over its head like it's sleeping.
Okay.
And then I'll pat Dodrin on the back and cure wounds.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna, yeah. Okay.
Oh,
No, you're
well,
good.
do you want to
Just double dose him, it's fine.
I was gonna do one of the bomb
actually hold
die,
on.
so I don't have to spend a spell slot for that, but
What is this?
either way.
Yeah, we'll just do this. 5 points of healing to Dodrin.
Okay. 5 points of health.
You can have this die then. 2 + 1 temporary.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, so fancy. All right. Yeah. The day wears on. You all leave the hippogriffs where they lie, and as
One's in the
Okay.
wagon. I do plan to try to cook that one.
okay, and as the sun just begins to set over the edge of the mountains that you're in, it's actually like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but the sun sets early because you're in the mountains. You all come into this clearing, and Dodrin stops the professor's wagon and says, I think this is it, guys. And you guys are in this. It's not exactly a valley. It's not really a clearing. There are trees everywhere, but it is more of an opening between the peaks. Almost like the word caldera isn't right, but it's almost like this bowl that has formed naturally over years of rain and runoff. And there's a bunch of vegetation here, and the sun is setting, so it's starting to get harder to necessarily like do good searching here unless you have like dark vision. But Dodrin taps on it and he goes, Professor, we're here. And the professor comes out and he's looking around all excited and he goes, oh, at last. Oh, this will definitely put me in the history books, gentlemen and lady. Let's find a buried monastery.
Right now, or do we want to wait until first light?
We can wait. That's fine. We can wait.
Figured it might be easier to do in the morning.
Yeah, I see the logic in that. Yes, but we're here.
Yeah, so how far away from like we're just like looking down into the valley?
You've just pulled into it.
Okay.
Like there's like a small there's a small like break in the bowl, and you guys have just like pulled your carts into it.
Okay.
And it's about, you would estimate about 2 miles in diameter. This bowl.
Okay.
Is there anything that looks like
Yeah, make
landmark
a
like-
general perception check.
Like it sticks out.
Yeah.
Can I assist?
Yeah, certainly you get advantage on that perception check.
18.
There is definitely nothing, at least it's 2 miles, but at least from as far as you can see in the area that you're in, just entering, there's nothing that looks within the bowl immediately to be any sort of ruins of a monastery or anything along those lines.
All right.
Dodrin suggests to you all that you perhaps maybe pull into the center of the valley to make camp. That way, if anything does stalk in the night, you guys have at least
Advantage.
to see anything coming at you all. So you guys can pull into almost the exact center of this bowl if you want to.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Probably not right away as we enter it,
Yeah,
but just for funsies.
I love funsies.
Yeah. Oh, that's not the one I meant to click. As we're kind of making our way through, it's not perfect, but I'll go ahead and cast. Oh no, it has to be known to me. I was going to try and do locate object for a door. But
I had the same idea.
Well,
he had described it, but I don't think
could
probably
the
in enough
professor
detail.
Could he draw it?
huh?
'Cause if he's familiar with it, could he draw it
Yeah.
in a way that...
a specific object known to you.
Yeah, that's
As long as you have seen it up close, within 30 feet, at least once. It's pretty specific.
Gotcha. Those extra sentences are very like clarifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately, no, it won't work.
That's pretty weaselly. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. So if I say door,
It's gonna do his wagon.
that's what I'm gonna do. You can decide, and you don't have to tell me if it works or not.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm looking for a door.
Yeah, you burn it, and Landon was right. It does ping you on his wagon door because it is the closest door to you. Now, you think tomorrow? Do you think tomorrow though? Leave the wagons in the middle of the valley. You walk to a mile.
It's only 10 minutes.
Okay.
You walk a mile out, and you maybe try it again. You could potentially get a ping on it tomorrow if you try it again. That's a clever use of that. I like that. That's a clever use of that spell. Yeah.
We could separate. Well, maybe not. I also have locate object.
Okay.
So I'm saying is you can do it for 10 minutes, and I can do it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And we just radar this shit.
Yeah. Pinpoint.
Doors.
All right. Yeah, but you guys can bed down for the evening. If you guys want to have any conversations with anyone, go feel free.
For arrival dinner, would you like to cook the chicken or the horse?
Chicken or the horse. Pick which portion.
I'll take a chunk from both. You cook one, I'll cook the other.
Oh, it's a cook-off.
I didn't say it was a competition. I just said we were sharing.
Are we having sky and turf?
Swoosh and turf?
Swoosh and turf.
Nice. I mean,
You've done well with both so far, so which would you prefer?
try.
Did I kick it? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I'll fight you for it. I'm
no.
Kidding. I'm kidding.
Please, no.
Evens or odds? Evens or odds?
Evens.
Okay, evens, you get the chicken. Odds, I get the chicken.
Odds, I get the horse.
So, odds, you got the horse. I got an 11.
Cool.
Alright, so I'll start. I'll cut off a big chunk of hippogriff breast and start cooking it as
they're
well as I
cooking.
can.
I'll ask Dodrin. Do you know what the professor actually intends or hopes to find here? I know it's a shrine or temple or monastery to Bahamut.
It's a monastery of an old dragonborn, I don't know, brotherhood of monks that worship the god Bahamut. He's mentioned something about a totem that might be there, some sort of rare signet or totem that's supposed to somehow be part of some sort of set that each totem has its own unique powers and abilities. Beyond that, it's not my area of study necessarily. I study more of current dragonborn culture, as little as it is. The professor is really interested in this history. I'm not sure where he found the information, but he's convinced that this item might be in this temple. That's what he really hopes to find, because it would help him save some face with some of his peers, let's say.
Oh, is he not respected amongst his peers?
He's laughed out of most academic circles, yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate. I know he's a little eccentric sometimes, but he's well-meaning and certainly knows his...
That's the truth, yeah. He's passionate about what he does.
Well, maybe we'll find him a totem.
I hope so, for his sake. Personally, I just hope we find the temple.
Well, I'm glad we have you along. You've actually come in quite handy in a pinch. That bolt
thanks.
of yours is quite frightening sometimes.
Yeah, it's one of a few things I've picked up over the years. I'm not really good in a fight. A lot of my magic is more for my work in excavation, but I do know that I need to defend myself when the need arises.
How's your back feeling, by the way?
It stings a little bit, but thank you so much though for healing me. That made it a lot more bearable for the last little bit of our journey.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Certainly, yeah.
Is this your first time being in a scuffle like that?
If you mean it's my first time fighting a hippogriff, Yes.
Okay, more broadly, is this your first time fighting wilderness?
No. I mean, some on excavations I was on back in Peturia. I mean, we'd have, we were attacked a couple times by bears, or one time there was an owl bear. There was a band of goblins. There was, I've seen some action, I guess, but I've never been in the thick of it.
You're not as green as I thought.
Well, I don't care for it.
I don't know. The firework display the other day was.
Yeah, I was a little. I was a little excited. I was still thinking about that hill giant. How guys, we snuck around a hill giant. That was something.
That was terrifying.
And we knocked out a handful of people, squashed another person. Sorry.
You say we.
I mean, you knocked out the other 3.
I put them to sleep.
Define knockout.
A non-physical means. That's in the past. I don't blame you for what you did. I probably would have done the same.
Anyways.
Is there any other conversations you want to have this evening? Anything like that?
One other question for preparation. Is there any cause of concern for something living in these ruins? Anything we should be prepared to deal with?
There's no way of knowing. There was a brotherhood of monks that lived there, several hundred, almost millennia ago, as far as we can tell. But since then, I have no idea. Who knows? So I guess, go in cautiously, be ready for anything.
For the worst, hope for the best.
Yeah. What I found is ruins usually don't stay vacant.
Nature has a tendency to reclaim its lost area.
It certainly does find a way.
I'm gonna smack you.
So have y'all finished cooking?
I think we're
I was gonna say, how delicious is our food?
I want you to, because you guys are making it a bit of a competition, and this isn't necessarily a cooking utensil thing I'm having to do, I want you guys to roll me a performance check.
Okay.
Haha! I have a +1.
Performance. Samesies.
Shit. Mine is a solid 6.
Total 20.
Man, on these cooking checks, Mars.
I'm a chef now,
Do
man.
not step to Chef Varus.
So what part were you cooking again?
I got the horse.
The horse? Yeah, the horse half tastes way better than the burnt half. Way better. Yours is a little burnt, charred. You didn't season it quite right. But yeah, that's probably the best horse anyone's ever had on an expedition like this.
Yeah. I've somehow created a dang fancy chef.
We know Varus's retirement plan now is he can just retire and open a fine dining establishment.
Takes over for Kethand.
Some flair in it, Salt Bay it.
But you all bed down for the evening.
Yep.
Varus, as you bed down for the evening, you look over the top of your tent to the wilderness beyond in this bowl-like caldera. And for a second, almost less than a second, your vision shifts. And you see the familiar oranges and reds and purples and greens of these dappled barked trees and leaves, like you're once again standing in that strange place you've dreamed of now a few times. And in front of you is the four-winged hummingbird, flitting along deeper into the valley ahead of you. And you think for a split second, that's the way. And then just like that, you're back in your place, in your time, among the tents, your companions next to you.
Oh, thank the gods, I thought I was gone again.
And that's where we're going to end this episode of Cantrips and Cocktails.